Jefferson High School is an alternative high school. We teach high school age, mainly sophomore, juniors, and seniors. And we are a credit recovery school, so that means our students come here that are behind in credits to graduate on time. The concept of safety is important to me because I teach construction. And that being said, we have some tremendous amounts of risk. We actually take our students from the school over to an actual active job site for 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. And there we have other subcontractors there, we have machinery moving around, we have lumber being used above you, below you, of people working above you, whatnot. So safety is very important for our students to recognize hazards, to take care of those hazards, mitigate them before there is an issue, and to prepare themselves with quality PPE, safety glasses, hard hats, things of that nature. So all of our students on site are OSHA 10-hour certified, and we started 3 years ago. Our first day was November 24th, 2015 was our first day on the site. And that day we showed up and we started building this kind of peach-colored home down here on the end of the lot. Our students showed up here. We had 23 students show up that day, and we started building 2 homes. And we built 2 side by side. At that time, our goal was to get them in the house by Christmas, which is a pretty lofty goal, from November 24th to Christmas. This is a 4-bedroom home, single mom with 3 kids. This is a 5-bedroom home, single mom with 4 kids. So some of the things I was talking about, we're starting to change the cultural circles, the cultural cycles, or at least that's the idea. Yeah. So this particular mom right here was spending $1,300 on a 2-bedroom apartment for her and her 4 kids. She couldn't make it. I mean, she was working 3-4 jobs. She wasn't at home really much. She couldn't make dinner. She couldn't read books. She couldn't do homework, things of that nature. She applied to Habitat, and they accepted her offer. She now pays $600 for a 4-bedroom home. Wow. And she works 1 job. Nice. So she can now be home to cater to those kids, invest in those kids, and hopefully change their lives. So that's the cultural circle that I say that we are starting to change. So there's 9 homes that are built right now, and a Jefferson student has had something to do with all 9 of them. Specifically, our program, we're on our 5th, 6th home right now that we have built in 3 years, and we'll get another one next semester. We'll build another home. So, and the cool part is we get to do parts of all of them, and then through the process, we do see literally from the ground to the roof and everything in the middle. Atmos Energy, who runs the gas for these homes, they come out, they do things called lunch and learns, where our students are out here all day. They work alongside of us, then we take a lunch break, and for about an hour, those companies talk to our kids about their career, how they got into that career, what education they had. We've had Walmart come and go, Boot Barn, Noble Energy, Anadarko Energy. I mean, some tremendous companies, Guarantee Bank, First National Bank, where they come and they speak to our students. So they're getting not only construction, they're getting this huge, well-rounded opportunity to see into different careers that, and it all starts with building a home. And the banks that come out here, the first lunch and learn we had to all cram into our 12 by or 10 by 20 foot trailer because it was so cold out here. It was like 6 degrees out here. So we had 30 people crammed into this trailer as this banker's talking to my kids, and one of my students raised their hands and says, "So how many credit cards should you have, and is it bad if your mom has credit cards in your name?" And the banker's face melted. I mean, he's a president of a bank, and his face melted because he realized the huge challenges that these kids are living through. Yeah. At the age of 6, this child had a credit card because her mom took her social security number to get a credit card in her name. So her credit is, shot now. But like I said, we're changing cultural circles here. Our attendance rate for our district is like 50%. My program is 86%. So we're getting kids that want to come to school, kids that want to be involved. And like I say, it's bigger things. Even on Saturdays, they have volunteer days if you want to come and work. And half of my kids will be here on a Saturday, not any sort of credit, anything. They're here on their own. I want my students to view safety as a must. So they need situational awareness. They need to be aware of what's going on around them, see dangers before they happen. And the one thing that I teach my students is nothing is an accident. Every accident can be prevented, and that's what I hope for them to see. How's it going?
Good.
So we painted this. We did a lot of the interior trim in this house to finish it out. And like I say, you can see they're finishing things out. But I mean, they did interior trim. We helped hang the doors, all the base case, things like that. Kind of a cool little story. So these our trusses and our cabinets are made in a prison in Greeley County, Colorado, made by the prisoners.
Okay.
And their program is very similar to the construction program that we're teaching our kids, because they want the same thing: help them a way out, give them out of the cultural circle, give them a way to give a trade and go and be productive citizens. Not to say that my students are prisoners, or you know what I'm saying, but the idea is the same: give them a way out. Yeah. You know what I mean? All of these are green built homes, which is why you see the blue foam insulation going in. As I said, this is Mr. Martinez, a single dad with 3 kiddos. Right now he lives in a 1-bedroom apartment with those 3 kids. Wow. So, and as soon as we get this done, then he gets to move into his own home. And amazing man. And like I said, a veteran, so gave his service to our country, so we get to serve him back. So, and we built all these walls, put all these trusses on, and as they walk away from a job site, they get to see and say, I did that. Bring their kids here in years and say, hey, I built that house. So we have used the Career Safe OSHA 10-hour safety course specifically in my classroom, and we dedicate that to the construction part of that, and that's what we use. Every one of my students that go onto the job site has an OSHA 10-hour certification card, and it's been a tremendous help for them to be able to be here in a classroom, go at their own pace. The videos are very informative, wealth of information, and most of my students have never seen anything like this. I absolutely believe that a student with an OSHA 10-hour card, anybody with an OSHA 10-hour card, is ahead. They show up to an interview, and the future employer asks them, what qualifications do you have? And one of the things they can say is, I have my OSHA 10-hour safety card. I firmly believe that will give them a leg up in the competition. The homeowners get to pick colors for flooring. We do paint the walls pretty much always the same color, but they get to pick colors for flooring. Certain specific things, like that, you see the black appliances, they can pick that. If somebody wants a microwave, doesn't want a microwave, if they want a hood, things like that. So they do have a little bit of, choices in there. All the pieces of it. We help hang doors, put in shelving. We do help hang the drywall. We mud it, texture it. We don't do all of it. We do have a finished carpeting that comes back in behind us and helps us out with that. So Susanna has 4 kids, and her husband just kind of left and found a new family. Yeah. Had a new family and then left. Kind of bad stuff, but amazing woman. So my biggest long-term goals for my students is to be productive citizens. Whatever that is, if they go to college, if they go to a technical school, if they end up going directly into a trade, I want them to have the soft skills for them to be productive and to be efficient. I want them to know how to work hard. I want them to learn those lessons of, when I work hard, something quality is going to happen. I tell you what, I could not be more proud. Whenever I look back at where we started 3 years ago from zero, and now we see homes built on that property, and the fact that high school students did it. And to hear other adults when they come to the job site and say, wait, these are just high school students? What kind of class is this? Why didn't we have this class when I was in school? My mind is blown at how amazing these kids are, how they step up to the challenge. So am I proud of my students? Absolutely. And they have created a legacy, not only for themselves, but the families, for the homes that they have built for them. So yeah, it's probably one of the coolest things that I've ever been a part of in my life.